So, ladies and gentlemen, last night I was angry, so angry. I can't believe this person rather have another human being suffer than him paying me for the service I did for him and then deceiving his own spouse in the manner. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I seem a little bit direct, a dickhead, no, watch my other content. I'm just like you, just an average person, and sometimes people need to, mind you, sometimes people need the foot up their ass. So with that said, everyone, this man refuses to pay me. Oops. Hold on, let me fix the mic. Okay. This man refuses to pay me for a service that I and you can watch on YouTube right now. I didn't discover it until a few days ago. I was like, oh, so he posted it 2 weeks ago. So where's my money? So, in the last few weeks, or 2 weeks or so, I haven't been making content. I've been going through some stuff, medical issues right now. But it doesn't give a right a person to enforce something that that person doesn't want to do, want to read, or want to understand because the person hasn't and ever and never believed in any religion. This man tried to force God on me, everybody. I'm 46. In the last 46 years, I not once believe in a religion of God or any other. And I'm a black African American. I should be very spiritual, right? But I'm not. Because I know that whatever man makes, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. And see how he disrespected my opinion? I respected his opinion that I said, and I always have said on this channel, I respect everybody who wants to respect the religion, but I personally don't believe in it. So respect me. And no, I'm not an atheist. I'm just a person that's seen death. Been dead for 11 minutes. If you understand, I was in my car accident. I was dead for 11 minutes. There's nothing on the other side but darkness. Guarantee you that. But when you have people that you love passed away right in front of your eyes, you have to question, is there a fucking God? So I keep asking this man, please, when we are talking business, please don't put God in front of this transaction. This man decided to put God in every single transaction, in every single fucking message, and everything. Then, mind you, yesterday, I was trying to email another Brian, because when you on Google, right, when you just type in Brian, I thought the other Brian should have been first, but I wasn't paying attention because, you know, that was just me dazing off, trying to apply to all these messages. And then I send 4 words. Birthday on August 10th. That's it. This man writes back a fucking paragraph preaching about he cannot support my content or what I do as an artist, what I do as a videographer, what I do as a filmmaker. Because I do not believe in God. So he refuses to support financially, right, which he was. And that's because his wife influenced him. His Romanian wife influenced him by telling him that people like us people fighting the good fight. You know, we out here trying to put food on our table. She's a very lucky woman to be in this country, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, for her to tell Brian not to support homeless or veterans is a disrespect to his own country and to his fellow man. This man does not support his veterans or homeless people because his wife influenced him by saying that we can get up and get our own. Yes, we can, but there are times, and there are a lot of times, where we cannot get it because people stereotype just like you. That's the reason why we can't get it, because you stereotype. You profile people. You put people in this circle of I do not like. This is why I said what I said last night. It's rude for her to say such a thing and disrespect us as Americans when we were born here. No way. No way. We've been through the fucking struggles since childhood here. She has not. I'm speaking on behalf of every American. How dare she tell you not to support? And mind you, Brian, I have all the text messages, bro. But you were, mind you everybody, he was not honest with his wife. He brought half of my lighting equipment from me. And he was telling her that he was supporting me. No, that's not supporting. You're buying stuff from me. That's different. That's a different transaction. That's a different means of buying goods for your personal needs. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe he was telling her that, and she made it seem like, oh, he was financially supported when he brought all of my stuff. Not all of it. So, I'm calling him out on it. And I got the nerve last night to email me after that live stream, everybody, and try to apologize. Because you know everything I'm about to show everyone is absolutely goddamn correct. I told you, man, I'm transparent on this channel. You forgot one thing, the powerful, almighty transparency. You forgot about that, did you? All of you did, including Phil Patelli, a principal that got butthurt by, mind you, by other women telling him and myself that he was wrong. So he stopped supporting because he was wrong and got caught being wrong by other supporters. Yeah, that's not supporters. People want to get, mind you, if you can't take criticism, I take criticism all the time. Think about it. Think about it. I take criticism ever since I've been back here in New York City. People telling me, go somewhere else. I've been around the world 3, 4, 5 times. Have you? No. Think about this. I've been to more countries and more cities than you have, and you got the nerve to tell me to move on somewhere else? I haven't been here in 22 fucking years. I visited within the 22 years. Come on, bro. What just happened to me this past winter? Two Latino men and a woman tried to rob me while taking photos at Dumbo. I get arrested on top of their arrest by NYPD claiming that I had a 21-year-old warrant. A 21-year-old warrant, ladies and gentlemen, for protecting children for rollerblading. That's also on this channel. And there's also videos about it. And turns out there was never a warrant. Not only that, I had a lawyer waiting for me at the Brooklyn courthouse, and the judge laughed at this charge and laughed at the fact that, like, NYPD didn't do their homework. I am now taking that officer that arrested me to civil court. You violated, when I keep telling you, check your ARM files or your listing. You're pretty sure this is a sponge, bro. We paid, Yuki and I got a ticket for this shit. I'm pretty sure we gave you guys payment and it was cleared. So Turns out I was right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like the fact that another photographer, once again, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but this is the 6th time. People want to play lowball, sneaky little photographers and want to be videographers. So, ladies and gentlemen, he gave me straight out of camera footage that was hideous. And mind you, I wasn't the one that said they didn't like it. It was the brand. I was like, I told you, bro. Wait, let's think about this, ladies and gentlemen. The brand told Brian they didn't like the quality of the video. And that's because he messed up the skin tones. He didn't set his white balance or his Kelvin temperature. He didn't put it on the right shutter speed. So he asked me for a fucking service. And that service was recovery and edit a commercial for it. How much you think someone like me should get paid for that? Not $50, not $100, right? About $500 to $1,000 to $1,500, right? Based on the work. But this guy was nitpicky, everybody. He didn't like one ad. He wanted me to change another ad. I was like, dude, you can't complain. Really. I'm the one that's recovering your videos because you either overexpose it, the skin tones are just terrible, and you're shooting MP4s files. You're not shooting log, you're not even shooting a raw profile. You're not even shooting a 14-bit video. And you want me to just like throw something together, which I did, and your own brand did not like the first video. Am I right or wrong? So, ladies and gentlemen, how much you think I should be paid a second time? Mind you, this is going on the 2nd day. I should be getting paid by the hour, right? Or by the day. Total sum, right? This man doesn't believe in that. He believes that I don't deserve to get paid $1,500 because he said he didn't have that type of money. I said, in 6 months' time, you could. I gave him an estimate, a down payment. So, ladies and gentlemen, this man is being sneaky. So let me tell you what he just did. Because last night I was furious and mad. So some of you may not want to understand me. But this man was actually helping me pay for my storage and my rental. Because he owed me money. You see? And this is why this is why I made the video last night. Just for his wife to understand that your husband is not being honest with you. He talks about God, but he's not being honest. I don't think that's fair to treat me with this disrespect and mind you, disowning me for the dumbest decision. First of all, God doesn't take care of people physically. Human beings do. We, as a human species, physically take care of each other. We make the judgment calls. Is God saying you're guilty right in? No, he's not. It's a man or a woman making those judgment calls. And for you to say that I need to believe in God for you to I need to believe in God for order you to support me, it's so unhumane. That's not God talking. That's like genocide shit. That's what cult leaders talk and how they talk. If you don't follow me, you won't see righteousness. What is this? A Captain America God spoken? No, you're a black man with a Romanian wife with 2 kids. Be grateful. Yeah, God bless America for you, right? But you won't deliver back to America? You won't give back to the American people? Oh, fuck out of here, bro. I'm poor and I give back. Look at my channel. I give donations of food, money, buy fucking food for homeless people, and I am poor. And you telling me you can't do the same? This is where I lay down the facts. Brian Balloon is another photographer that can't come to grip of reality. You can believe in God, but you can also support people, regardless of what their religion beliefs or not. That's like asking someone that is Japanese not to be Buddhist anymore, to convert over to your Christianity. That's not fair. You cannot force anyone in that manner. And dude, I just met this guy 6 months ago. Actually, like a while back ago, but he started asking me for a service. Because the first time, Brian, you remember the first conversation? April 17th, 2025? You asked me, can you do that? I said no, because the payment's not, I need to get in the hospital. I told him, listen, I got rent to pay, I got phone bill to pay. I can't do that for that amount. That's an insult to me. You don't remember that conversation? Well, guess what? I sent it to you last night. Now, show the people the truth. Show the email. Show the screenshot. But mind you, Brian, you wanted me to remove the watermark, right? So I removed the watermark. Yeah, he wanted me to remove the fucking watermark. I was like, no. Every time you don't pay, I'm not removing the watermark. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, carefully watch that video. He uploaded the video 2 weeks ago to his channel. It has about 209 views. And yeah, I left a comment. I left a lot of comment. I let people understand, and mind you, your audience do understand that you should have paid me. Because now people are saying, interesting. Yeah, I got to fix out of camera footage that he did not expose correctly. He underexposed. The color tones were wrong. Like skin tones were looking bluish as fuck. Like, yeah, trust me. It was just like, and he thought that was acceptable to give to me. I do the heavy lifting. You basically picked up your camera and started recording and didn't care about the settings. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, another photographer abused their power and their opportunity to work with me. And I was working with them until they started preaching God. His wife said, blah, blah, blah. You don't think she don't think I should pay you that much? Bullshit, bro. She's not an artist. She's not an artist, she's not a videographer, she's not a photographer, she's definitely not a CPA. So if you want to listen to your wife, I see you in civil court. You're going to get some civil papers sent to you, man. You're in Texas. You're in what district again? I come to Texas and serve you. Mind you, it doesn't matter where you are, anyone. All you have to do is contact a court office in your area and get documents. This is bull crap, man. You can't even pay me $400. I'm not even asking for the rest of the amount. Just asking, give me $400 and I'll be quiet. But no, you said your wife don't think you should support, and mind you, you said it yourself in an email, everybody. I want to show you this email. That email states what he said, that you're not with Jesus, you're not with God, so I cannot financially support. You said it right there, man. I want to know from churchgoers, do you treat people like this? Do you try to enforce this on people? God, religion, Jehovah's Witness, whatever. That's not cool. That's not right. Everybody has a choice. You do not make the choices for people. Let people make their own choices. But the person that he's trying to make this choice for is me. A 46-year-old man, everybody. What makes you think you can convince me now? Doesn't make sense, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this man is trying to play this off as if I'm abused. No. He's trying to play this off as he doesn't think he should pay me now because his wife said so. So, if that's the case, then I'm going to make sure that your brand knows. Oh yeah, your brand already knows that I did the video. That's why they contacted me and I told them no. Yeah, they also, Brian, contacted me a while ago. And that's why I told him no, I don't want to work with him. If you can't pay me the amount I want, then you're not a really good brand. You're a sunglass manufacturer. I think you'd afford to pay the photographer the amount, yeah, or the videographer. I think you can't afford it. You got not only you got an e-commerce on Amazon, you got an e-commerce on eBay, you got one on the one website, you got another on stocks.com, you got another. Come on, you can afford it to pay the photographer. You see how these brands, they want to rip you off? They really want to rip you off. They want to lowball. Then go use the fucking AI tools then. Those bullshit fake tools. Everybody knows it's all generative AI. You don't want a real man's touch or a real photographer's touch? Then, hey, be my guest. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, another photographer abusing their power and their friendship and opportunities. And I'm not saying that he should not listen to his wife, but his wife doesn't know how to price. You know what her pricing was? She's like, basically like Walmart's prices. Like, yeah, you guys probably are out there that are a photographer and videographer. They're like, yeah, those guys at those stores are like, listen, to me, that's a miserable job. Not actually printed on the printers that I want to print on. I gotta use JPEG, not TIFF files. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to print something out, always, always, always use TIFF files. TIFF files store more information, more data on the image. And colors will be better processed and rendered better than a JPEG fucking image or a print. Trust me. You can get away with some very high resolution good JPEGs, but if you're going to sell something to a business, to a corporation, to a bank, to a celebrity, they're going to analyze your image. They're going to say, yeah, I like this. This is sharp. Details are clear. And if they know what they're seeing, this is why don't ever cheat your clients. Don't ever cheat your clients. Because that's the fucking worst thing you can do. Destroy your reputation by lying to your client, and you find out your client knows a thing or two about photography. Oh, major burn. So I provided this man with the best quality that I can fix his videos with, and he doesn't think he should pay me. And 4 days from now, it's the birthday, my birthday. I'm getting. I'm saying to myself, this man won't even deliver the rest of the payment. I waited patiently though, too. I waited very patiently. I didn't even stop talking to him for a month and 17 days, actually. This man doesn't want to stop preaching about God in every single business transaction. Like I said, everyone, he was using God as his tool to weaponize to get out of payment. Now, Yuki said she agrees and disagrees with that, but I'm not sure what she means by that, but I think there's probably another motive behind it too. which, coming back to his relationships with his spouse, like you're literally lying to her. Telling her that you didn't buy stands. He bought everything, the 2 strobes for $300. Yes, adapters and everything. He bought that for $150. Action. So, and I'm pretty sure he got a, what is that, June, what I made, June statement. They're like, they thought I would not ever, you see, here's the problem with people like this. Folks that want to make people like me look bad, their only intention is to make people of color look bad. And this man's black, but he doesn't act black. He does not. No, he does not, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't act black at all. This is why I'm disappointed. I'm a black man trying to reach out to another black man, and this black man is putting barricades because of his wife. And then when I try to communicate with his wife, she's like, you people and you poor people and veterans, you need to get your own things. That's fucking fucked up to say about veterans. Yeah, she's not a supporter of veterans. That's when we started arguing. How dare your wife say this shit, bro? Like, who does she think she is? And that's when I called it out. Like, I was born here. Not her, bro. No. I fought the good fight here, not her. She got lucky marrying you. That's bullshit, man. No. That's a fucking weak-ass comparison. An outrageous fucking comparison. You're gonna compare. Yeah, you're from Romania, my dear. Recyclers. You're from Romania, and you've been here for what? Less than 15, maybe 17 years? I've been here for 46. Well, not 46. That's just crazy. I know what this city's about. I know what New Jersey's about. She hasn't, this is a problem, what I'm having, everybody. This woman has never traveled. Comparing us. She's comparing us. That's what I don't like about his wife. She is comparing the rest of us Americans. And mind you, keeping this man for not contributing to American society. That's why I called it out. Because you wrote it, Brian. But ladies and gentlemen, another photographer, man. So, like I said in the beginning, how much you think I should have got paid? He thinks, just give me $35 is good enough. This is what this man thinks, everybody. Because I'm homeless. So you take, that's another thing that I want to realize. Because I didn't bring it up. But Thompson, one of the viewers brought it up. He's like, he used your homelessness as an excuse too. True that. That's why I told you, everybody, at the time where I didn't have money or I was really, really dumb and bum out, yeah, he used that advantage. That's why he used God as a tool, as an advantage to weaken my emotion. Yeah, you did. It's called psychology. And I started reading right through him. That doesn't speak a man of God. That speaks for emails, there's video. And this is the same guy. Because this man refused to give me even $400 so I can enjoy my fucking birthday. And because it's rightfully owned to me. I waited patiently, man. Just give me what was owed to me. You got your shit. Why don't you just man up and tell your wife that, look, dear, look, the statistic says this on Google. This man should got paid on average, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you go show your wife and do... This is another thing. You guys got all this technology in your homes, but you don't know how to use it? then what's the point of having all this technology? This is another thing. When people ask for directions with the fucking smartphones right there in their hand, use the GPS mapping. Why do you have a fucking $1,500 phone then? Just to look cool? So you can look like you got money? Fucking. Or you just want the latest and greatest, and you're not even tech savvy. Do you folks actually use your phones? I use my phones to file taxes, write up mail, write up letters, documents, improve my freaking resume or my LinkedIn account, update my resume, and everything else. You telling me I pay taxes, I pay my bills with it. Mind you, I use GPS. I don't ask other people for directions when you physically have a GPS. And then people want you to show them on their phone, like, really? You can Google yourself. You can type it. It's like, here, I'm entitled for you to type it in for me. What? Yeah, you ever run into that in New York City, in Manhattan? Where you get these fucking weird tourists or these weird people. Mind you, it don't have to be tourists from another country. It could be a tourist from another city. They're like, hey man, yo, you know when they're like, really? Why are you giving me your phone? Oh, you want me to steal your phone, dick? This is why I tell tourists, why are you giving out your phones to strangers? You just don't walk up to any stranger in Manhattan, giving out your phone, asking for directions. These are young people. We're like, oh, you give me your phone? Psych, bitch, I got it. Jet. You know how many times I see them run off with people's phones? So, with that said, I think I'm more smarter than most people. Seriously. But I don't think it's fair for this man to preach God to me and try to avoid payment by speaking on behalf, and then my wife says, I cannot support you, cannot send you money anymore. No, you have to. You got a product. This is why I copyright strike the video last night. Now he's gonna get pissed. Get pissed, bro. Pay me my money. Yeah, I copyright the video on YouTube, everybody. Because guess what? He doesn't watermark, he doesn't metadata his work. But guess what? When I edit that video, I put my metadata on that. Ooh. And not only the metadata on my own, but video leaks, video ed metadata. Because it shows you what app I was using to fucking correct and edit your videos. And I still have the project. I saved all the projects because I want to show, mind you, I'm going to make a video, or I'm trying to make a video, because I have to explain the adjustments layers that I had to make to, yeah, and I had to do that to each clip. You know how tedious that is? To try to do it to each clip. And then some clips within the clip, if the person is moving, especially if it's overexposed and then move into another super overexposed shot, yeah, like that dude walking into the sun with the sunglasses, yeah, I had to literally fix that. This is what I was telling him, yeah, you know what I did? I was using visual effects to clean this shit up. And my laptop didn't like your footage. And mind you, keep this in mind, MP4s. Not raw files, not log files. MP4s. So, I'm talking about this because, like, I'm getting sick of people abusing my kindness, so now I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to be a totally dickhead from now on. You guys like the transparency? Well, like the transparency with the dickheadlessness on top of that. Yeah, that's what you're going to see from now on. I'm not being nice anymore. I'm not being kind. I walk down the street, someone got something to say, I'm gonna say, what's up? Got something to say? You in fucking New York City. Shut your mouth. Don't like to be caught? Then don't walk in public. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I don't understand. Why you folks come to this city knowing the local laws Mind you, the citation laws, and you guys are disrespect, mind you, but you want me to come to your city or your country to respect your laws. That's not fair. Especially in Long Island City. A lot of you foreigners living there now think you're entitled? Yeah, there's a war going on in Long Island City. Old versus new neighbors. Because the new neighbors are fucking rude, young, and disrespectful. Having their dog shit everywhere now. You can't even walk down the street. Look, no dog pooping. But people are like, I don't give a fuck what that sign says. Listen, I'm not a dog hater. I'm a dog lover. Everybody knows that. Even my neighbors that have dogs are complaining about the other dog, young dog owners. All these cute puppies, you know, training. Train these puppies. But like I said, everyone, everybody right now, including this guy that doesn't want to pay me, is trying to make me look bad. But now he want to apologize last night. You see that? You saw that video last night? I was in fucking Brooklyn. 20 minutes later, this guy fucking emails me. I apologize, but I can't. You apologize, but you still can't send me money? Then what's the purpose of the email? Stupid, right? It's stupid. No, your next email should be payment. Not telling me the same thing you've been telling me for fucking almost 2 months. This is why I'm saying to you, I think your wife is racist, man. She's a secretly racist person. Not towards you, but towards other black African Americans and our veterans. What she said about our veterans, what you said, what she said about veterans and about us homeless people, that's when I drew my line with you too. You don't talk about any citizen like that. You are a black man from Texas, bro. You're supposed to be a Texas Ranger, motherfucker. You're supposed to be almighty American. You anti-American. The way you two were speaking, this is why I don't want to talk to you. Preach that God shit to someone else. You're not about God. You use that as a front. And watch, everyone say, oh, he looks so nice. Really? Our conversations were not. Trying to deceive the... Mind you, he knew I was going to post his emails, trying to make it seem like he is an honest person. But you're not. The point is, it's what you're doing. It's not what you're typing to me. It's what you physically already have done. That proved to the audience. Mind you, you don't think the people know about you, Brian? I talked about you. I also had my discussions about you on this channel back in June, when I told my audience that this guy is now being very demanding when he doesn't want to pay money. So I'm stepping back and keeping my distance. This guy because he doesn't watch my content. And now he's like, oh, you did make videos about me. Yeah, I sure did. I keep telling this dude, like, you are not a very honest person. Preaching that God shit, but you don't... Okay, then you want to preach this God shit? All right. How about this? God don't like ugly. That's what you said, right? So why would you be ugly to me? But you preach the God shit to me. Because your act to not pay me is ugly. You're doing an ugly, sinister act, and you talk God to me. That does not make sense. And then your wife says not to support me. That's not God speaking either. God would say, just pay the men the rightful amount that you agree on, and then move on. That's what God would agree, right? Right, everybody? But no. She was like, don't pay him. That's too much. I'm giving him a discount. You didn't mean that's too much. I'm physically, literally giving him a discount. So, this is why I'm having problems with videographers and these fake-ass rappers. Like this rapper the other day comes up to me and says, yo, bro, you shoot video and shit, bro? I was like, nah, I shoot porn. He's like, nah, you fucking with me, right? I was like, nah, I'm for real. If it comes to my opportunity, I shoot that. What's up? Like, you got bitches? And he's like, oh, you sure real? I'm like, nah, I'm joking with you, see? I was like, listen, man, when you come to approach someone like me, man, you see my ID? I'm not a fake G, bro. I had to tell this young man, I'm not a fake G. You don't approach me like that. You say, hey, man, my name is what's your face. Hey, man, I was wondering if you do any video production, and I'm a small-time rap artist. Be honest about your shit. I'm just literally telling this man, he really woke up. Don't approach me like that, like I'm some fucking hook nigga in the hood. I'm a businessman, respectable. I got common sense. You don't need to speak that G shit with me. We can relate. We can talk homie to homie business. But don't try to play me and try to make it seem like I'm some amateur. Talking about you help me with my Instagram and shit. I'm like, you don't even know who I am. You're gonna pop off with that? Yeah, he didn't even know who I was. He was literally spitting to me, I can help with your portfolio. Like, really, man? And that's what I said. You don't see my press ID pass? Like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh shit. You see? Observation. People got bad observation. But with that said, everyone, I'm just being honest that I'm not going to have a very, you know what, this is my last birthday anyway, because I just found out that this shit in my stomach came back. And I do not have the time or money for another surgery. So, just saying, everybody, stupid stomach cancer shit came back. That's why I'm having problems. That's why I feel sick all the fucking time, even when I'm fucking eating. This is why I'm having nerve problems. This is why I'm having I'm passing out when it's too hot, or I can't walk anymore, I feel dehydrated. This is why I'm over it. Mind you, even the doctor said, yeah, you're sweating profusely. But I'm drinking as much water as possible. Mind you, I can get water down. Mind you, you can get water poison. I just realized that just the other day when I was at the doctor's office. He said, I could get water poison. I was like, what? How the fuck do you get water poison? He said, you're drinking excessively a lot, but you're not replacing with electrolytes. When you keep excessively drinking water, you can really, not very good. Because I'm not eating all the time, and I'm not balancing he says my magnesium is so low, and guys, I'm fucked. I'm an old man fuck face. But I wanted to share this story, everybody. Another photographer in the lousy bullshit. Oh. That was my fault. But anyway, all these lousy bullshit fucking photographers and all these stupid ass wannabes out here trying to scam people and don't want to pay people. Listen up. I'm going to tell you right now. You don't want to mess with a pro photographer. This guy is going to learn his lesson. I'm going to show you why. Now he's afraid. That's why he emailed me back last night. Don't be afraid now. Don't apologize. Give me my money. Since you don't want to give my money, I just take you to civil court, man. Simple as that, bro. I do not care, because it's going to be you paying for everything. You're going to pay for my time. You're going to pay for my documents. You're going to pay for everything, because you shouldn't have known better to try to put, mind you, you and your wife said it yourselves. It's too much. So I got to work for $35? No. That's why I cannot wait to show the judge. I show you guys. Yeah, this is what this fucking douchebag doesn't want to pay me for. This is why copyright strike the video, and now you're gonna have to answer to that strike. But here's the thing, Mr. Bryant, I know where you live. Therefore, I don't need to dox you. I don't need to. Mind you, I mailed you my lighting equipment to your address. Therefore, I can just literally contact your courthouse and literally file a small claims against you. It's that fucking easy. And you would be paying more. Yes, you would be paying more than the $400. Because guess what? I waited a month and a half because you said you didn't have enough money, you need to take care of your family. You know, I get that. Family comes first. And mind you, I understood that, everybody. I understood that as a father. I understood that. So I backed off after our debacle. I gave him time. I gave him way too much time. Way too much time. A month and a half, everybody. Almost 2 months. I didn't say shit to him. And I'm the one getting played. Still, I gave you enough time. Nah, man, it's my birthday. I want my payment. Since you don't want to get my birthday, then I will give you a birthday fucking subpoena. Here you go. You got served, bitch. That's all I have to do. Because mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I have his address. I know everything about you, Brian. You lied about your financials too, bro. I didn't think that was appropriate. Because you sat up here and you brought a new camera. You said you didn't have money for the new camera. See, this is where your lies come up with. You brought a new fucking camera. Just what, 3 weeks ago? I'm looking at your videos and you brought a new camera. That camera is like, what, $3,100 bucks? $2,700? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't pay me my money, bro? Bet. Yes, everybody, he brought a fucking new camera. But he can't pay me my money. Bet. Good job. Good job. Go watch all his content, everybody. You're like, oh shit, he did buy a new camera. Yeah, I've been watching your videos all night long, buddy. Because mind you, I haven't been on the internet. I've been secretly just listening to music, trying to live my life without confrontation. But man, you're starting to give me the confrontation that I fucking want. Because I want to beat the shit out of you. Because you seem to be a coward. And I need to put some manly shit in you, man. Because you are a little coward. You're telling me you can't tell your wife that, like, this man deserves to be paid for what the work he just did? You can't be the man to tell your wife, to have her understand that my work was important, that he did a big ass 360 on my videos. Look at my videos from before, dear. Look at his videos. Big 360 change. But no. But you said it yourself that you didn't explain to your wife everything. See? That's why I'm going to share every single email from you. Yeah, I'm going to show your district and your courthouse how you lacked and how you purposely did not really want to pay me. You used God as a weapon. So now I'm going to use the justice system as my weapon to get my money. Since you want to be such a fucking dick about it. Trying to make it seem like you're not going to go through this debacle with me. Yes, you are. You and your wife are wrong. No. She knows nothing about videography and photography. She's living off you, bro. Let me explain something. Even E had a fucking job. And mind you, everybody, E, mind you, had a job at a restaurant that I got her. And she worked there for a whole fucking year. Because you know why? Because it was a Thai restaurant and she loves Thai food. She knows her shit. Come on, man.
I suggest there should be double income in that household, not just one income. Because that's not how me and Yuki worked. Hell no. Even when I was at E never begged me for money. That's the thing. She knew she didn't have a job. She knew she didn't, that's why she didn't want anything. But when I gave it to her, she still didn't accept it. And that's a woman that I can appreciate and I can marry. But I didn't get that chance because people like you, Brian, you want to preach this God shit? Tell God to bring back E, or Nami, or my friend you, or Rufus. Tell them to bring them back from the dead. If God is so magical and God, everyone needs God, tell God to do that one shit. Bring back my good friends. The ones that commit suicide recently because they couldn't find a job because their parents disowned them. Talk about my Japanese friend, how her parents kicked her out. That's just fucking crazy now. And mind you, she did her best. And mind you, she has a master's. Wait, or hey Yuki, you should tell these people, like you told everyone before, you have 2 PhDs, and you struggle to find a job for fucking 3 years, and now you at a clinical medical center that is not even your ideal job. It gives you a salary, but not the salary that you were getting before. You see that, everybody? She had to downsize. Come on, man. This man over here doesn't want to pay me my fucking money for the work I did. Guys, like I said, people in his own video was impressed about the video. His own brand was like, wow, we like this version of the video. They liked my version. They didn't like his version. They liked my version of the video. You see that? Like I said, Brian, they contacted me and I told them no. Because they don't want to pay. Just like you don't want to pay. You both are crooks. You and that sunglass brand. They don't want to fucking pay. But they want you to, yeah. All right. I got you both. I'm Panda. Watch me deliver. You could call this defamation of character, whatever you want, Brian. It's not. There are physical fucking transactions and fucking conversations of ours. It's not. I let my audience know. Like I said, this channel was built on transparency. I want my audience to know what the fuck you did. They got that right to. Everyone on this channel that watching my video got that right to. They want to know what the fuck is going on with the people that I delegate with. This is who I delegate with, people. Sneaky people or people that are trying to be nice. Then you got someone else in their relationship that's saying, no, that's too much payment for just that short video. She doesn't understand the complexity and the bullshit your husband put me for 5 days. A total of 5 days redoing the video, re-editing the video. He didn't like a clip. I replaced the clip. I had to recolor grade and recolor tone a new clip every time he didn't like the clip. Fuck. Ma'am, you have no idea. Stay out of our fucking profession. Be a mom. Be a fucking mom. Stay out of our profession. What your husband do and I are a separate thing from what you are doing, ma'am. You have no idea what you're talking about when it comes down to color grading. No brand is going to accept his work as they did the first time. Why do you think your husband hired me? Because the brand didn't like his quality of video. And he hired me as a retoucher, basically. A re-editor and a retoucher. Therefore, the man should have been paying me thousands of dollars just to cover his ass and his reputation. And I think everyone in the audience would agree with that right now. That's what I did. Cover his ass and his reputation. But guess what? His reputation doesn't precede him now because now the brand knows that I edit the video. Because if they were so smart enough, they read the metadata. So I don't want to hear anything about his wife or from his wife.
Ever.
Fucking idiocracy, man. Just give me my fucking money, bro. It's been a month and a half. And you still don't want to pay. That's how, and you speak God at me, man. That's crazy. That's that two-face shit. That's that two-face shit. It is. You're a two-face. All you need is a fucking coin and half your face ugly. Because that's what you are, a two-face. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a fucking good morning and a good day better than I do. Because this shit, what this man has done is bullshit. Money. And people hire me to do a job, right? I did a job and this guy won't fucking pay. So now I get the right, I have the right to say what I want to say publicly and let every one of you know that this man that I talked about last night, and then he apologized right after the live stream. That's why I was so eager to get out of the train station to make another live stream to talk about his email of you're gonna treat a man on his birthday? Really? Well, it's Sunday, everybody. I gotta fucking pay bills and try to survive too, bro. That's not fair. Man is trying to do, ghost me. And yeah, Yuki, you're right. He's probably trying to ghost you like the other guy. Yeah. I sold a lens to another photographer last year, everybody. He tried to disappear. Mind you, he blocked his Instagram, but he didn't realize that I literally know where he lived. See, his mistake was using his mother's address as his PayPal address. Whew. And guess what? He's homeless. So yeah, turns out, yeah, you're homeless fucking, you're a homeless con. Oh look, Starbucks closed. You're a homeless prick too. He's a homeless prick. Talking about he's gonna get into quad skating. Yeah, he was supposed to be some quad skater. Turns out, you're not as good as the quad skaters I know. You're far from that, bro. Yeah, and now that guy that I gave the lens to, I hope that lens is keeping you warm at night, man. Yeah, so when I served his ass, his mother contacted me. He doesn't live here. He's actually in a homeless shelter at the time. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, thanks, Mom. So if you ever watching, man, yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Canon 50 f1.4. That's what I named you now. Because he got mad because I doxed him on the internet, everybody. And mind you, Michael Collins, and who was it at the time? Someone else in the audience called him out on his bullshit too. It's like, you said it in that live stream that you was going to give the man the money. We believe in you. Mind you, he's been watching my videos for a whole year. And that's when, yeah, I got to be careful who I talk to on the internet now. Because not only the internet recently got me fired from my job, if you watch any of my content, everyone, but yeah, they got me fired from my job, called my job 778 times, 778 fucking times, with a 2-month span. This is why I was like, if the internet wants you to get a job, why would they want to get you fired? So I'm looking at myself like these are just people that are just bored, that just want to cause problems, a nuisance. Does it look like, yeah, it's Sunday. My birthday's Sunday. Oh yeah, that's right. I got you guys on this JJC mount thingy. It's been working very well. But it did break, so. Suck my dick. Yeah, I just said suck my dick. To the fucking asshole says get a life. I do have a life. I'm trying to get paid. Because niggas out here don't want to get niggas a life. They want to take the life from you. So shut up before I come and smack you across your face. Know who you speaking to, boy. Keep telling you fools. I'll smack you up like I did those Mexican dudes that try to rob me. Or that black dude that try to pull out the fucking fake gun. Oh, you remember that, everybody, don't you? Guys, last year, this guy tried to pull out a fake gun. I went chaotic on this dude. I broke his nose, I broke his hand, I broke his femur, I believe. His fourth bone ruptured in his rib. The cops was like, what the fuck? Like, he tried to pull a gun. Turns out, dude had a warrant, dude had all types of shit. Nah, bro, I don't tolerate that. Come at me. Watch what I do to you. And that dude was way bigger than me, bro. Bigger than me. And much chunkier than me. And I took him down. Dude, don't fuck with me, bro. Don't you dare fuck with me. Nobody. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. You want to see soldier type shit? Then yes, go. I show you soldier killer type shit. I know how to, mind you, I'm a trained martial artist. I'm the fighter. I went into the octagon. Have you pussies gone into the octagon, lost a tooth or 3, maybe 4? Pussies? Go into the octagon. Go get some fucking training. Talking about you bang up niggas and you all these wannabe thugs out here. Go, man, go save a life. Talk about you're a thug. You want to be a thug? You want to be a thug? Then thug your shit. You know what? I was gonna say something. You know what? Fuck it. Because this dude in the park yesterday, yeah, I'm angry about that still. Everyone being dickheads in New York City, man. And on the internet. What for? You should be grateful that I'm giving you pure, honest content. This is my life you're talking about. This is my log. And people want to say that I'm being an asshole about? What? What am I being an asshole about? I'm not being an asshole about anything. I'm being transparent about everything, and that's why you're being an asshole to me, because you don't want people to know the truth. And this is why Brian wants to apologize. Nah, bro. No, give me my money. Pay me for the work that I did. Like I said, Brian, and everyone else, don't fucking come to me with this photography, videography shit, talking about I'm a rapper, blah, blah. I want to see money. And sign this contract. From now on, everyone is getting a digital fucking contract. You want me to do work for you? Sign this contract. This is a liability. And yes, you're going to be paying a retainer fee. This retainer fee is your slot that you guarantee that this day is where you and I are going to contribute and work together on either a film, video, or photos, or a project. This is your guaranteed slot. That's why if you forfeit the slot and you change the date, you forfeit the retainer fee. Therefore, hey, you should have scheduled your appointments better. Just saying, everybody. I don't think it's fair that this man can literally just decide not to pay me. So happy birthday to me, right? Fuck. Yeah, happy birthday to Panda. This is why I canceled the cookout. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a cookout schedule. Oops. Let's see if I can find a post. Because I deleted a lot of shit. I had a cookout for mental health and everything, but it was sponsored. But I canceled it because I didn't want to. Listen, I don't want the recyclers involved or Brooklyn Cop, because there are a lot of people in those communities that quite don't understand that, like, yeah, I don't need your support, guys. Just put it that way. There's some people that are not understanding, people not understanding the fucking sacrifices. This is why I'm not saying a word. I'm not speaking to anyone. I'm done. I do my own shit now. I don't want to, listen. I'm just keeping my distance from people from now on. And this is a good reason why I have to. People like this guy and this other guy, this woman, and this guy, Brian, that doesn't want respect. No, man. You don't send me an email saying the reasons why you don't want to support me because I don't believe in God. That's fucked up, bro. That is so messed up. That's like saying if I was Tibetan and I was a monk and I made videos of me being in America and you should imagine I'm a photographer and videographer and I went to a financial slum and you came along to support and then you find out later that I don't support God when in fact I've been talking about it ever since the day of this channel. It literally is, come on, man. I even told this man physically 10 times. I don't want to talk about it. I have my reasons, and I'm 46. You're not going to convert me like a Jehovah's Witness. But this man won't stop. It's a harassment. It's literally harassment when I ask for a payment. He's just got to throw God in top of the fucking question. I mean, on the answer, I'm sorry. His answer is God. Like, really? God doesn't pay bills, bro. Man pay bills. We physically pay bills. Ain't no spiritual being paying my bills. Ain't no spiritual being healing the homeless off the streets. But guess what, everybody? Donald Trump and New York City mayor now wants to criminalize homelessness. They're doing this Portland shit in New York again. Yeah. So you're going to see a lot of homeless people like her, right? Getting kicked out of city parks or getting a citation or a ticket for sleeping in the public park at night. So that means all the Uber drivers on the delivery bikes that sleep in the parks, you can't sleep in the parks anymore, or you would get a ticket. They want to criminalize homelessness in New York City. They sure do. Trump is, mind you, Trump is trying to make an executive order to, mind you, to enforce and involuntary yourself either into one of these homeless shelters or a mental health facility. You have two options, or go to jail. I didn't think we were living in Arizona again. Damn, yeah, this is what New York is coming about. They want to criminalize the homelessness. Everybody is homeless. That guy right there is homeless. He's been walking up and down the fucking block for the last 15 minutes. He's probably trying to figure out where he's going to get his fucking breakfast coffee. Because he probably only got like $2 in his pocket. Like that homeless woman that just looked in the trash can walking down the street. Come on, friends. New York is looking terrible. But here's the great part about this. Last month, there was way less gun violence ever in the last 30 years. Yes, last month, New York set a new record of less gun violence ever, ever,
ever. That's a good thing. You know why that's a good thing? They got rid of the migrants, the bad ones. But they're not criminalizing the fucking, the criminals, really. Now, there's more police on the streets, there's more police in the subway, but an officer was just slain just the other day. If you guys didn't hear about that Midtown shooting, yeah, pretty much New York City was shut down. Even I saw that funeral and and mind you, I did felt remorse. I felt sadness for the officer. He was just doing his fucking job. This guy comes in there with a fucking, and then starts shooting up everybody, man. Guy had children, man. Now his wife, guess what? I guarantee you, 5-10 years from now, his wife is gonna struggle with the kids. Because this is New York City. New York City fucks up all the time. He says, I hope all things are good. No, I'm not. I'm trying to fight for my payment. I'm telling you guys a story, how this guy owes me a lot of money. There's a lot more people like him that owes me money for some work. This is why I'm going public now. I'm not going to be nice anymore. 4 days from now is my birthday, and I don't even have money to go out. I don't even have money to pay my bills because people want to shortchange me. So happy birthday to my black ass. You're right, Sizey. This is not the New York that I was born in or came back to visit when I was a kid and raised it. No, this is not the New York. This New York is entitlement. You got this new 1% people kicking out the poor people. You got businesses closing down left and right. Food prices are going way too high. Mind you, transportation is now $3, everybody. Next year it's going to be $3. But guess what? Just in 3 days in a row, the transit system here in New York City can't handle floods. Ladies and gentlemen, if we had another hurricane in New York City, that would be it for New York City. Everything that is not second floor level would be flooded. Let me explain. 3 days ago, there was a heavy rainstorm that passed through here. Even I was caught in that, right? There's no escaping. The subway system shut down because there were so many floods. Watch video of it. There's videos of this. Everywhere you went, there was a flood. So I'm saying to myself, what if this was a 24-hour hurricane? We would be fucked. This is why New York City is not prepared. It never was. And now I'm starting to worry about hurricane season coming up very shortly. Mind you, September, October, November, hurricane season, everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, every September, New York City gets hit with a hurricane. And it barely survives it. I don't think it's going to survive the next one because that storm that happened 3 days ago wasn't even a hurricane. It was just a bad red cluster over New York City, and it hit hard. So, mind you, everyone, they hit so hard that a concrete scaffolding pole cover that like a storefront collapsed. That's crazy, isn't it? So with that said, everyone, the cost of living here is killing people. Yeah, you're right. But anybody wants to support my birthday, because this guy doesn't want to make my payment, listen, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, everybody in the descriptions. If you want to show up some birthday love to show this guy that doesn't want to pay me for the work I just did, you want to show up and show this guy up, let me know what you want me to do. If you guys want to make a donation to shut this guy up, to prove to this guy, that he's a piece of shit. We don't need him. Because like I told him, I don't need you. Just give me my money. I gave you quality content, edited and everything. Even your own brand was like, we didn't like your video, but they liked my video because my video was professionally edited and I cleaned everything for you. And you don't want to pay me for the work? Bet. Then I would have the audience make the decision. But like I said, audience, how much you think I should have got paid for that if it was 5 days, well, 4.5 days of antagonizing and bitching from this guy. He complained, I don't want this clip, use the other clip. That means I have to go into his archives, and mind you, I have to download all his video to download to my cloud, to my storage, so I can look at the files without going into, yeah, because I didn't want to do that. And then I gotta go sit through all his, some of his videos were like 2 minutes and 33 minutes long. Some of it was him just recording and kept the recording going. So I had to like cut pieces and then fix those grades. Fix the color grade, the skin tone was awful. Oh, and this is why people are saying, yo, this is what the brand said, you did a very good job. I said, no, I did the very good job, not Brian. Brian hired me. I let the brand know that Brian hired me to fix his own video. So, with that said, everyone, show your boys some support. If you guys want to support the birthday dinner. Oh, my plan was to take another homeless person out on my birthday. If you guys didn't see my post, I posted that. That's why I'm angry too. This man doesn't want to give me my money so I can do what I want to do. I know exactly what homeless person I want to take to dinner. And she is going to be happy. She's new, she's recently been going to this certain area, and I asked her, I said to her, listen, on Sunday is my birthday, and I know you're struggling. I know you're trying to do the thing, and I'm not asking on a date, but I've been seeing you, I want to do something nice for myself. If I was to ask you to just come with me on my birthday, just have birthday dinner, would you come? She immediately jumped up and said, hell yeah, where are we going? I was like, you're even gonna like this even better. We're gonna get some Japanese food. And she was like, oh, fuck. If you make that happen, oh, I'm definitely going. Yeah, I didn't think she was gonna say yeah that fast. But, you know, no, she's not my type. I just think, the things that I see what she does, this is what I see. Every time I see this woman, right, she's not only polite. Let's say someone was walking by and she's literally eating something, right? She literally stopped eating just to pick up that person's item to give to them. She's that type of person that literally pay attention. She's not a criminal. She's not a gangbanger. She doesn't do drugs. She said she did have an alcohol problem before, but that's when she was younger, but she doesn't consume because she has like a bad liver anyway. So, and sometimes she comes to Starbucks and like walks in, gets a coffee, walks back out, goes across the street and sits there for like 4 hours just playing with random people's dogs. And then she'll go walk around, she'll clean someone else's fucking front business for no reason, just to do it. I take observation of that. So that's why I want to do it. Because you people don't understand. There are good people out here that should not be out here. And she is one of those folks that should not even be remotely out here. I'm serious, she should not be out here. She's that nice of doing that. Ranty just walking up to people's businesses and cleaning it and saying, no, that's okay. You can just buy me coffee instead. She doesn't even want to accept money. That's what makes me wonder, like, what is her deal? I can buy her coffee instead. What homeless person says that? Most homeless people be like, I take that money. I know I would, because I know I don't want coffee. I want Gatorade. I want electrolytes. Right? But no, you try to give her money. She's like, no, just buy me something. Just buy her something.
So that's the person I'm going to be, I want to take out on my birthday. I'm not sure, and I didn't tell her about live streaming. I'm not even thinking about live streaming. I think about just making video, recording it to see if she's comfortable with taking a snap picture from a memory, so she can also have a memory. But here's another thing. She doesn't have a cell phone. So I gotta walk around and find her. That is my only problem now, is walking around the area that she hangs out or tries to hang out and find her. So, yeah. But with that said, everyone, I gotta go now. Talk to you guys in the next one.